for the students at 3 elementary schools receiving gifts from Oxon Hill High School's own Clipper Claus, Santa's stand-in, there was the promise of joy beneath each and every wrapping and bow. But the holidays also brought other promising gifts, as Prince George's Schools welcomed a new school board chair who felt, understandably, quite at home.
I am truly honored this morning to announce that Dr. Alvin Thornton has accepted our invitation to act as chair of the Prince George's County Education Board.
Having served 3 one-year terms as chair back in the 1990s, Alvin Thornton left in 1998 to make educational history as the founder of the eponymous Thornton Commission, or Bridge to Excellence legislation that provides equitable funding for all Maryland school systems. And it is that renown and his financial savvy that will serve Dr. Thornton well as he confronts the challenges ahead.
But most importantly, he comes to the table with a knowledge about funding, equity, and excellence for all children. And that's what we want for every child. We have 134,000 children. They all have a dream. And today, this appointment helps to let our community and our children know their dreams will become a reality.
I'm hopeful because the first thing we must do is stabilize our community and then build public confidence in public education, not so much in terms of people who have kids in the school system, but people who don't. And I think I can, based on my experience, I can provide a narrative that allows us to understand who we are.
For his colleagues on the board, 5 of whom were recently sworn in for a new term, and some, like Paul Montero, who worked with Dr. Thornton at Howard University, the arrival of the new chair was a gift indeed.
And with this appointment, someone who's given his life, 40 years of service to Howard University, but a lifetime of service to dealing with educational equity issues. I'm just excited to serve with Dr. Thornton and learn from him. So thank you very much for giving me the chance to serve. I'm honored to work with you. Thank you.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I want you to know, sir, that we support you 100%. We consider you our coach, our captain, and we're ready to roll up our sleeves to get to work.
And while each of the new and returning board members brings a unique set of skills to their job, over at Charles Flowers High School, students and the CEO were learning a skill for the digital age. An hour of code, as the session was called, featured Flowers computer class standouts patiently talking rookies through the steps of coding, a secret language, if you will, that's not so secret anymore.
Coding is an essential 21st century learning skill. So if you're going to be successful, and our young people will be successful, they have to start to think outside of the box. How can they create? How can they innovate? And how can they use coding to kind of enhance their own dream potential?
When it comes to coding, I feel like it's like a secret language because not everybody knows how to code. So when I'm able to help people code, it makes me feel like, really good about myself because that's how I feel about coding. It's like a secret language to me.
If you could write your own ticket, what would it be?
I would like to be a Cisco engineer and a programmer at the same time. I've been taking Cisco classes. I like to be a software engineer as well. I'm trying to study for my certification in networking. So by the time I graduate, I'll have the experience and I can probably get one of those jobs.
For Dr. Monica Golson's tutor, one DeMarco Fletcher, there is power in designing code and a noble purpose as well.
Why do you do this?
I do it so I can make things that make life more efficient for me. So say I want a calculator, but a certain calculator doesn't do what I want to do. So I can code it myself, customize it, do what I please. So pretty much.
So you're going to control the world someday, huh?
I wouldn't say that. More like make it more accessible to people.
Asked to give the CEO a grade for her efforts, which included Dr. Golson creating some colorful and wildly limber dancers.
Oh my God, this has made my day.
DeMarco had only superlatives.
But if you would give her a grade for her first coding lesson, what would you give her?
I give her an A+. She showed interest into the field. Yeah. she showed much interest into the field, and like she was very anxious to get on and move forward into it because she's really engaged. So I would say effort A+, coding A+ still because she was really intricate in what she did.
Yeah.
Could you rate him?
I could rate him, and he would be distinguished. So I actually am in the process of trying to get him to come back to Prince George's County Public Schools to be just like I was. I graduated from Prince George's County Public Schools, then came back and taught, and now made it to this position. And the way that he took care in making sure that I understood each step, even when I made mistakes, he didn't make me feel bad about those mistakes. He explained it again so that I could have clear understanding of what it was I needed to do.
Let's give them both a round of applause here, huh? Yeah.
So, the promise of bright futures for the coding wizards, coding teachers, and the Board of Education is a gift for any season, but one that's especially nice around the holidays. That jolly old elf, it seems, knows just what's needed to bring all of us joy. This is Dave Zarin reporting.